Here comes a new challenger!
Hello everyone, and welcome to another Smash analysis. In this video we're going to be going over Lucario. Now I know usually I don't do Smash analysis one after another. There's a gap in between, usually. But I just had to make one on Lucario because this is all reactionary, this whole analysis is reactionary, but we just gotta talk about why Lucario is just some trash, alright? This character is trash! Why would you justify yourself playing Lucario outside of just wanting to have fun with him online or whatever? But I mean competitively, what compels you to play Lucario other than you like him, right? Because there's no way you're going to convince me you play Lucario to win. No, you're playing this character to lose and attempt to win. Alright, so in this, in this analysis, we're gonna cover why Lucario is some booty butt cheeks, alright? This character trash, basura, alright, it's funny, okay? So, let's talk about it, right? So Lucario, you guys know how Lucario works, right? He has this mechanic called Aura. Basically, he's really weak, at low percent, but hey, if you go down here and you put player there, ba-boom, suddenly his attacks become even more powerful. You know, he even has his side B even goes boom. Alright, that's sick and all, but alright, so Lucario gets a lot of damage and stuff, and when he's in Aura, he just goes in, right? He kind of relies on that fear factor, because now he's just dealing, what was once a up tilt that did like 4%, now Max Aura does 12%. Oh my goodness, this back air, boom. Oh my goodness, Palutena's at ledge, and she's at 0, and I somehow broke her shield. I'm gonna charge this F smash, and then boom, she dies! Wahoo! I broke her shield somehow. Epic! Oh my goodness, look at this command grab. I mean, the projectile itself, boom, 24. Oh my goodness, oh boom, 27. Oh my goodness, oh, F tilt, crazy damage, bro. He does like smash attacks with his normals. Alright, but look, if you know anything about Lucario, one of the main issues with Lucario is that when he's at 0%, he's kind of bad. And when I mean bad, I mean he's really bad. It's practically an irredeemable character. He does no damage. His combos are, some of his hits are even negative on hit. He has like no hit stun. Some of his combos are some of the fakest in the game at 0%, right? Which means you need that rage, right? You gotta reach higher. You gotta go even higher than before. Usually with Lucario, you're basically playing at kill percent just to say, hey, look guys, I can do damage. I got combos. I got combos, guys. Well, let's talk about his good things, alright? Let's talk about his good things, which are very little, and then we'll go to the bad things. So, when it comes to Lucario, his aura mechanic isn't just based on percent, it's also based on stock. So, hypothetically speaking, if in a match, right, if my opponent had their 3 stocks and I was at 1 stock, then I'd have start with a higher, aura, So, I'm stronger at 0, which is fine, but still, I mean, at 0%, 1 stock to 3, it's not gonna be that helpful, right? But whatever. So, it's based on stock count. This also applies to team battle. Say, for instance, you're playing doubles and you have Lucario, then Lucario's aura is based on the stocks of everyone else's, stocks, including your teammates. So, say, for instance, Lucario, you have, 1 stock, everyone else has 3, you get Mega Aura, right? Makes sense. That's basically how the mechanic works. Now, here's the thing. A few other things he has. Down tilt. This, pretty good at covering ledge. His projectile or sphere. The B reverse aspect. And, it has a hitbox, which means that, you can get combos off of it. Let's put myself at, like... There you go, or something like that. I gotta be able to, you have to be inside the, you can get something like that. I'm not Lucario main. I know it's like very kind of tight to do that. Depends, but you get the gist, right? That can happen to you. All right, so in that sense, he is kind of scary, especially with like this biggie projectile. You know what I mean? And plus, hey, his recovery goes really far up high. you can't deny that, right? I mean, woo, even from Blast Zone I can make it back. We're gonna wait till it goes to yellow. There you go, boom. That's great. All right, I think that's it. I guess I can mention his counter. His counter is kind of interesting with how it works. His counter, the way it works is that it's based on your aura. So for instance, at 0 here, if let's have Palutena. Oh, I was expecting it to be instant. You know, I'll only do 10%. But at max aura, I mistimed it. I mistimed it again. I'm trash. Yeah, now it does 27. It's all based on, you know, your percent, not really the move that they hit you with. It's just that. I think there's also a way you could teleport to your opponent, but I'm actually not sure, in all honesty, right? You know, double team prepares an oncoming attack, counterattack with sliding kick of strike, so it doesn't really say if there is. I'm pretty sure there's a way he teleports to you, but maybe I forgot that part. I'm not too sure. Like, here, I'll try one thing, and if that doesn't work, then I don't know what to do. Oh, there you go. Okay, you teleported. You see, that's what I meant. So he can teleport to you and hit you, so that's cool, I guess. And on that counter kills pretty early at like 60 to 80, you know, you'll practically die. That counter's pretty strong, all things considered. But I think that's all his benefits. Because you may be thinking, what about this move? Oh, we'll get to this move later. Ah, this character is trash. So let's talk about how he's trash. All right, Lucario, trash character, bro. I can't. So let's talk about his frame data. In terms of his frame data, it's okay. You'd expect a brawler to be a little bit faster than, you know, this is pretty fast, but it's pretty slow, you know. I mean, I guess, you know, he doesn't have a bad command grab. This fair is good, I guess, you know. I guess this F tilt comes out decently fast, you know. It's just that his slow frame data is to basically justify his slower than average, right? Because I'm comparing him to like brawler type characters, even brawler type characters with a projectile. You know, even they have faster moves than this, you know, and are way stronger, regardless of what percent they are. But you know, the slow speed is basically to justify, you know, the amount of power Lucario can gain in a match, right? You know, he gets crazy strong and max aura, and in the latest patch, they even buffed up his aura, so, you know, he's even stronger than he was before, which is great. You know, that's great, cool, whatever. But that's it. I think that's really it. All right. Now, as I said, you know, strength is great and all, but strength is only as good as the character who wields it. And Lucario, there's a reason why I have Palutena here. Palutena here is just as light as Lucario. Not exactly. I think she's like either a bit heavier or a bit lighter. But, and her recovery, it's a teleport recovery, and teleport recoveries aren't usually the best recoveries. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not the greatest, right? Lucario's recovery is quite trash. Now, it's like, oh, but Sab, at 0, it's not going to go anywhere. Of course it's not. You know, it's like, oh, when you're a higher percent, obviously it goes somewhere. The thing is, this thing kind of sucks at 2-framing sometimes. Like if you wanted to 2-frame Lucario, it's pretty easy. Alright? Sometimes Lucario mains are practically forced to try to walkling. And, you know, if I can get it. That can happen to you, by the way. If that happens to you, yeah, you're basically done for, right? You're just gonna hit the stage, and then look at that. Like if I was any character, I'd just die for doing that, right? So, you know, and I was aiming towards the ledge, and yet I somehow still hit the wall here. You know, I slide it up there, and then, but oh, I was a bit too low. So I bounce off, and then I dive for it. Wow, great, amazing. It also doesn't help that Lucario's recovery is it's pretty hard to control. Now, what do I mean by this? All right, well, when you use his recovery, when you start it up, whatever direction you are pointing to, Lucario will go in that direction, right? So if I go up, he'll go up. If I go left or right, he'll go right, or he'll go left, right? If I go down, he'll go down, right? Whatever. However, what if you wanted to turn? I'm going to move up and then to the right. Or sorry, up and then to the right. I didn't even move my stick that much. All right, that's diagonal, but I didn't even move my stick that much. I just went up and then I didn't even go all the way right. You can try this yourself. It's so finicky. Sometimes that'll happen, and sometimes you'll get that. Sometimes you'll be lucky and get that. Sometimes you may not be so lucky. So in those instances, his recovery is really hard to control, especially in the heat of the moment when all you're trying to do is make sure that you get back, but then that can happen to you. Wahoo, you're better off doing this and then hoping that your opponent doesn't hit you. Wahoo, wait, or getting that angle. Hey, look, I got a good angle. Wahoo. Oh, but that could happen to you, and I didn't hold down for that. Because, you know, as you may or may not know, you don't grab the ledge if you're holding down. Let me just do this. All right, I'm holding down, and I didn't grab the ledge. So, you know, but I didn't hold down for that. You know, I'm not trying to fake that his recovery is bad. It's just honestly pretty bad. All right, especially at higher percents, it's like basically impossible to control. I'm pressing forward and I press up, and suddenly I'm back here. Like, I just went straight up. Hello, you know. So this is recovery trash, all right? Whereas, you know, at least with Palutena, at least with teleport recoveries, say what you will about him, but at the very least, if I want to go down, I go down, and if I want to go up, I go diagonal or up, right? You know, obviously I can't change my direction, but a great example would be, you know, like Meta Knight's side B, where the drill rush would just go forward, and then when you move your stick up, he will, you know, slowly drift himself up, right? Whereas with here, if I slightly tilt my stick up, even slightly, that can happen. So that's ridiculous. All right. Now, sure, he has fear factor. Sure, he has this crazy nonsense with B reverse and all this sort of stuff and wave bouncing. Look, man, I get it. You think you're really cool. You're comedy. You're funny. I get it. All right, but let's just be real with ourselves for a second. All right, let's be real with ourselves for 1 minute here. He's a light character with a bad recovery, poor-ish frame data. You know, before this patch, some of his moves wouldn't even connect properly, which seems to be an issue with Ultimate. I have no idea why, but either way, you get the idea, right? A lot of things for Lucario just don't work. And then when he has that high percent, you know, sure, he's scary, but he's literally one hit away from losing a stock. So what's the point? With Lucario, you're basically playing at kill percent to get your kills, and you can't always rely on that. You know, that is a very dangerous bridge to cross. There's a bunch of cracks in there, and it's really moving a lot. It's kind of dangerous to go across, you know. Whereas Palutena here, you know, it's around the same weight, you know. Not the best recovery. It's good, but it's not, you know, one of the best recoveries you could have. But, you know, at least she has combos that work amongst the cast. She doesn't have to worry about being 0 or at like 200 just to make her combos work or whatever. You know, she has good moves to throw out in neutral. Stuff like that, you know. Great for her, good for her. You know, Palutena, she's an easy character, I get it, but it is what it is. But hey, you know, at least he has a command grab. You know, that's great. He's got this move that's basically, you know, hero side B. I forget what it's called, but you know, it's the second version that basically covers like half the screen. Though this only applies like max aura basically. Okay, sure, fine, whatever. You can make a few good reads, but you know, one of the best reads you could ever make on your opponent, of course, getting that nice sweet command grab, right? Because that command grab, ooh boy, once you get it, your opponent is toast. Bro, they get sent flying. Insane. I got the command grab on deck. Boom. Oh man. Man, this command grab, you know, it's a lifesaver. You know, you grab someone with this and suddenly they're gone. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Man, there can't be anything bad with this command grab. Right? Well, let me show you guys something, right? Let me show you guys something. All right. So I'm gonna be controlling Palutena. I'm gonna have Lucario grab me. All right, that's great. All right, now let's. Man, maybe. Man, this is so awkward to do. Playing with two controllers is very, very awkward. I don't know if you guys know that, but it kind of is. Hello? Okay, no. And that time I wasn't prepared. Okay, whatever. Alright, let me show this off real quick. Guys, forgive me. And I fat-fingered the A button up. Whatever. Alright, let me see if I can get this. Alright, I can't do this with this controller. I need my GameCube, but... you know, I could at least show it off at 0, right? I think I could. Because, you know, when you get grabbed, it's harder to escape a grab. Oh yeah, I kind of spoiled that part, didn't I? Yeah, have fun with this, guys. Just know that when you're playing this character, this can happen to you. Now, obviously, it's much harder to escape a command grab at higher percents, but I'm not even mashing. I'm using one thumb on my other controller, and I barely have a grip on this thing because I'm trying to use my other hand to do the side B. But hey, you know what? This character, pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Like there, you know, I didn't get it, but this character, pretty good. This character is trash. so trash. That's the main reason why I wanted to record this so badly. This character, the fact that you can mash out of it as easily as I can, all right, without needing, you know, and obviously at higher percents, like I said, it's harder to escape, but you don't, you know, if your mashing is something like this, you're gonna escape it no matter what, all right? If you have this mash with your stick, you're good to go, kids. You're good to go. You'll escape it. Oh wait, guys. Wait, there's other few things I haven't talked about yet. Like, so you may have noticed I have, you know, invincibility to display, right? You know, I usually have it just to show moves that are invincible and stuff. But in this instance, I want to show off something that you may not have even known about Lucario. So, you might not know this, or you may know this, but Lucario, as you see, doesn't have a single move that uses his tail, right? You know, that's his kick, that's his palm, that's another kick, palm, kick, 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 palm, but none of his moves utilize his tail. So why am I bringing up his tail? You know, is this a Mewtwo thing? Well, yes it is, guys. Lucario has a tail hitbox. Why does he have this? Why does he have this? All right. There you go. Like, why does he have that? Let me space it out properly. We just... Alright, let me trying to get this just right so the wind box doesn't... Okay. Well, you get the general gist. He has a tail hurt box, despite him not even using his tail for any of his moves. It makes no sense. Why does he have a tail hitbox? There's no reason to have this. None whatsoever. Why does he have this? You know, Incineroar doesn't have one. You know why? Because he doesn't use a tail for any of his moves. You know, at least with Mewtwo, you could argue that with Mewtwo, you know, his tail has, you know, his tail is basically his fist. You know, he uses it for some of his moves. But Lucario doesn't use his tail for any of his moves. Incineroar doesn't, but Incineroar doesn't have a tail hurtbox. Lucario does. Why? Why does he have this? I mean, it's hilarious that he has this, but why does he have it? Like, think about it. Think about it. Why? You gotta ask yourself, who on the dev team thought it was funny to do this to this man? Who thought this was hilarious? Someone must have thought this was funny. Because why does he have this? Why? So you mean to tell me I could escape this? Oh, and actually, I forgot to mention this. Because of the way Double Team works, and I can't really show it with Palette, but the way it works, you can block the hit. Let me see if I can try something. Oh wait, hold on. Whoops. No, okay, I'm not gonna bother again. I tried. But with some characters, there's a method to hit his counter, and then you'll basically be able to land in time or whatever move you used, and basically shield him for using his counter. You shield his counter, and you can punish him for countering you. It's kind of sad. It's kind of pathetic. So again, his only real strength at that point is that he can kind of kill you pretty early, and he does damage, I guess, but he's too light, which means he can't really abuse aura the same way, say for instance, potentially Terry can. Well, that's pretty much it, man. I don't know what to tell you. You just hit him, he dies. He's terrible disadvantage. All right. There's not really any way he can challenge you without kind of getting hit himself and potentially dying for it. You can escape his command grab. His recovery is hard to use, and it's easy to two-frame, and sometimes you'll just randomly die for trying to use it properly. Right? His moves, they're not the fastest. They're pretty mediocre. Like, they seem fast, right? But even then, they don't do much for you, right? You're not getting like crazy combos or anything like that. Which I guess you could argue at high percent, right? With max aura, you don't really need high damaging combos. You know what I mean? My point being, you know, is that it doesn't matter how much damage he deals. His disadvantage is bad. His recovery is bad. He's gonna die pretty early. He can't abuse his aura. And then you have moves like this that just work in weird and mysterious ways. You can escape this command grab. You can block his counter. You know, which, sure, you know, that won't happen often, right? You won't block his counter often, but the fact that you can anyways is still trash. All right. You know, because I've done it. It's not even that hard. I've literally blocked his counter. And it's sad. It's very sad. You know what I mean? So like, you could throw a projectile at him, for instance. Let me see if I can try doing that actually. Hold on. Or let me counter this way, just in case. So we're gonna press A. We're gonna shield. We're gonna block. Look at that. Look at that. And you could just punish. Oh, okay, but you get the idea. You get the general idea, the gist of what I was trying to get at. You know, his only real scary part is this whole B reversing nonsense. You know, cause sure he can grab you with this, but it's not really worth it. I mean, when I mean it's not really worth it, I mean it's not really worth playing Lucario. You know what I mean? It's just not worth playing this character outside of the reason that you love Lucario. I love Lucario. He's my second favorite Pokemon of all time. Second to only Riolu. Alright, I love Riolu, his pre-evolution. just that much more. All right, but Lucario is my second favorite Pokemon of all time. He's so cool looking. His name is right. Everything about this character, you know, everything outside of Smash is amazing, but in terms of Smash, he's just trash, guys. He's trash. I like playing him in Pokken. I like playing him anywhere else, but not this game. I'd rather buy a copy of Sword and Shield and play Lucario in that game instead of playing him here. You know, because that's just how bad he is. Right? And maybe you could argue, he got combos. He got combos. It doesn't matter. A lot of these combos and high damaging combos he has only matter either when he's at high percent or when he's 1 stock to 3. Because even 1 stock to 2 isn't going to make that much of a difference. And if he has more stocks than his opponent, he has even less aura from what I recall. So even then, it's still trash. Base Lucario is too weak, while Max Aura Lucario is overwhelmingly strong, quote unquote, and I quote unquote. So what I think they need to do, this is my opinion, right? I'm going to tell you what I think Lucario exactly needs. They need to nerf his aura from the, you know, by the end of it, right? They need to nerf his max aura and make him stronger at 0. They need to make him a viable character at 0. He shouldn't rely on aura to deal damage. He shouldn't, right? Or at least give his moves hit stun, proper hit stun, that he can actually combo, you know, at low percent, and then when he's at high percent, all it takes is one good read and they're done. Because here's the thing, guys, every command grab in the game you can mash out of, right? But for most of them, the only other exception is Ganondorf, right? And I'm talking about air flame choke. I'm not even talking about grounded. All right, grounded you can escape, but you need task bot, you know, tool assisted inputs to escape those. You can't do that normally. I barely mashed as Palutena to escape his side B. All right, I don't need to mash that hard to just escape that. Even at 0, even at when he's at 999, it doesn't make a difference. It's only when my percent is higher does it mean it's harder, a little harder, you know, to mash out of. So ultimately, this character, trash, just complete trash. Buff this character, bro. I genuinely believe that Lucario is just, he's so pointless. Because in terms of because outside of loving him, why would you want to play such a risky character? At least with Mac, for instance, right? Let's use Mac as an example. At least with Mac, if I'm on FD or I'm on a stage that isn't a tri-plat, I still got smash attacks that can hit you through plats. I still got a decent enough ground game. I'm the 3rd fastest character in the game. I can weave in and out. I got KO punch. You know, I have a decent way of landing through neutral B super armor. You know, I have a counter that allows me to recover. I have tools that can help me win potentially, right? This character, dude, like literally Smash players need to edge guard. This is the only reason why characters like Lucario, characters like Terry, like Fox, Falco, Wolf get away with so much because people don't edge guard. Like, hear me, hear my words. All right, you know, you should have trusted Leffen when he said this. All right, top players, top Smash Ultimate players suck at edge guarding. They're trash at it. Basura. All right, Isan talks about how Fox is easy, you know, is hard to edge guard. Bro, if Isam's saying that, bro, he's actually just trash. So remember, guys, don't play Lucario if you just want to win. All right, do yourself a huge favor and pick a better character. Pick Palutena. All right, pick Joker. I mean, sure, he can be edge guard pretty easily, but he's still better. If you play Falcon, play a Shoto, play Terry, play Byleth, or play anyone else that isn't this character. Do yourself a favor. Come on, man. What are you doing? Alright? If you want to win, you ain't winning with him. But hey, maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe, just maybe I'm being too harsh. Let me know in the comments below. Am I being a bit too harsh? Probably. But hey, you know, if you enjoyed the content, then hey, you know, you should subscribe probably. You should probably do that. Maybe. I'm just saying, you know. From one person to another. Just subscribe, you know. That doesn't take a lot. And plus, if you don't like the content later on, then you could always dip out. But I'd really appreciate if you did it, you know what I mean? You know, I'm trying to grow here, you know? It is what it is. But with that all being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, you know, the crazy world out there. And just have a wonderful rest of your amazing day. Peace.